Oracle just eliminated 21,000 jobs over the past year, and here's what makes this stunning: that's roughly 1 in every 6 people on their payroll. But this isn't a company in trouble. Oracle's revenues are strong, their profits are growing, and they've got more cash than most small countries. So why would a thriving tech giant axe 16% of their workforce? The answer tells you everything about what's really happening in the AI revolution, and it's not what the headlines are telling you. For years, we've heard that AI would create jobs, free workers to do more creative stuff, and spark a new wave of human productivity. But what we're actually seeing from Oracle, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and IBM is something different entirely. These aren't struggling companies desperate to survive. They are profitable giants using AI as cover for a massive restructuring. They're automating roles that were supposed to be safe, cutting departments that seemed secure, and betting that AI can do the work of hundreds of thousands of people. Oracle's 21,000 job cuts aren't an outlier. They are part of a pattern that's reshaping the entire tech industry. And if Oracle, one of the most profitable software companies on Earth, is willing to cut this deep, what does that mean for your industry, for your career, for the millions of workers who thought their jobs were secure? That's what we are digging into today. Oracle isn't a startup scrapping to survive. Founded in 1977, they've spent nearly 5 decades building the world's most dominant database software, the invisible backbone that runs banks, hospitals, governments, and almost every major corporation on Earth. Over the years, they've sold licenses worth hundreds of billions of dollars. That's made them absurdly profitable. Their latest annual revenues hit $50 billion. But there's been a seismic change in the industry. Cloud computing changed everything. Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud all started offering database services on the cloud, and suddenly customers didn't need expensive Oracle licenses anymore. They could just rent it. Oracle saw their traditional licensing business hemorrhaging, so they pivoted to cloud services and invested heavily in artificial intelligence and analytics. They spent tens of billions acquiring companies like NetSuite and Cerner to diversify, but all those acquisitions required hiring thousands of new engineers, salespeople, product managers. Oracle's payroll swelled significantly through the 2010s and into the early 2020s. They hired aggressively, betting on endless growth. But now reality has set in. They've realized their payroll has ballooned far beyond what they actually need. And that's where AI comes in. The technology they've been building can now automate the very jobs they hired all those people to do. Over the past year, Oracle systematically eliminated 21,000 positions, roughly the population of a mid-sized town. These weren't random cuts. Oracle targeted middle management roles, business development positions, and customer support teams. Thousands of customer support engineers who help enterprises troubleshoot their databases got pink slips. Product management was slashed. Sales teams were restructured. But here's what's striking: these cuts were never announced as a single initiative. There was no major press release. Instead, they happened quietly, rolling continuously throughout the year. For workers, it's been grinding and anxiety-inducing. You don't know if today's the day your role gets eliminated. You don't know if your entire team is next. The uncertainty itself becomes the story. But even as Oracle was cutting 21,000 jobs, they were simultaneously hiring. They've been recruiting heavily for AI engineers, data scientists, and machine learning specialists. So this isn't a company in decline. This is a company actively restructuring its workforce around AI. They're replacing experienced workers with AI tools and keeping only the people who can build and manage those tools. It's a seismic change in how they view human labor. And here's where it gets interesting. This exact same pattern is playing out at every other major tech company right now. What does this actually look like on the ground? Take Oracle's customer support division. For decades, support engineers have been the face of Oracle to enterprises. When a major bank or hospital has a critical database issue, they call Oracle support. A knowledgeable engineer walks them through the problem. These jobs paid well, typically $80,000 to $120,000 annually, with benefits and stable career paths. Thousands of those roles are gone now. The company is replacing them with AI chatbots and automated troubleshooting systems. Look at product management. These are the people who decide which features to build and what customers actually need. Many of those roles have been eliminated. Why? AI can now analyze customer feedback, usage patterns, and market trends faster than humans ever could. Or their business development teams, salespeople, account managers who build relationships with major clients. Those jobs are disappearing too. But here's what Oracle doesn't say publicly: whether these cuts happened because AI genuinely made roles obsolete or because it's just cheaper to fire people. Probably both. And even if AI can do the job better, that doesn't help the 21,000 people who lost their livelihoods. It doesn't pay their mortgages or put food on their families' tables. But wait, there's something nobody's talking about here. Oracle isn't alone in this. The scale is almost unfathomable. Amazon eliminated over 27,000 jobs in 18 months. Google cut 12,000. Microsoft over 10,000. Meta eliminated exactly 21,000, same as Oracle. We are talking about more than 100,000 jobs across just 6 major tech companies in a single year. These are companies with strong revenues, growing profits, and unlimited capital. So why are all of them cutting aggressively at the same time? They realize the same thing simultaneously. AI is happening now. It fundamentally changes the economics of software development and customer support. You don't need as many people when AI can do the work. But here's what's striking: Oracle is supposed to be the boring database company. Stable, mature, not flashy like Meta or Amazon, yet they are cutting just as aggressively. That tells you this isn't about trimming excess. This is systematic workforce restructuring across the entire tech sector. Every major software company has reached the same conclusion. Their payrolls were built for a pre-AI world. Now they are right-sizing for an AI-powered world, and millions of workers are paying the price for that transition. The synchronization of these cuts across competing companies suggests something bigger: an industry-wide recognition that the old model is dead. So what does all this actually mean? First, the AI revolution is real and immediate. It's not some distant future. Companies are actively using AI to eliminate jobs today. Second, no job category is safe. We're not talking about just entry-level roles or jobs that were always fragile. Oracle fired thousands of experienced engineers, product managers, and strategists, people with decades of expertise, people who thought their skills were irreplaceable. They weren't. Third, the social contract has changed. For decades, tech workers believed that if they stayed current with the latest technologies and stayed valuable, they'd have job security. That's proving to be false. You can know everything about databases and still find yourself replaced by an AI system. Fourth, the wealth created by AI isn't trickling down to displaced workers. Companies like Oracle are becoming more profitable with fewer people. The gains are going to shareholders and executives, not to workers. Fifth, this is a coordinated industry change. When Meta and Amazon and Google and Oracle all cut at the same time, it's not coincidence. It's coordinated recognition that the business model has changed. And here's the part that keeps economists awake at night. If this trend continues, we're looking at fundamental disruption in employment across the tech sector. Not in 10 years. Starting right now. If you're a tech worker, here's what actually matters. First, reality check: the sky isn't falling. These are specific roles at one company, though part of a broader trend. Second, if you work in customer support, business development, or middle management, these are being eliminated first. Update your resume right now. Think about skills that are hard to automate. Can you pivot to AI-related work? Can you move into roles that require deep human judgment or relationship building? Third, if you're in AI or machine learning, you're benefiting. Every company is hiring for these roles. This is where job growth is happening. Fourth, if you're in school or considering tech as a career, pay close attention. Skills that mattered 5 years ago don't matter now. AI, data science, machine learning, these have genuine runway. Traditional software engineering, customer support, data entry, these are being automated away. Fifth, if you're not in tech but you work in administration, finance, customer service, or data entry, watch closely. This won't stay confined to tech. It's coming to your industry too. AI is accelerating. The timeline that analysts thought would take a decade is happening in a single year. This is your signal to act now, not later. Here's what this all comes down to. Oracle's 21,000 job cuts under cautionary tale. They're a headline from the future, arriving early. This is what the AI transition actually looks like, not a single dramatic moment, but systematic, relentless waves of change happening right now. Companies that people thought were stable and safe are restructuring faster than most can process. The role that feels secure today might not exist in 6 months. The skills that felt valuable yesterday are becoming obsolete. And if you're waiting for governments or corporations to solve this, don't hold your breath. This is driven by capital efficiency and shareholder returns. The incentives aren't aligned with worker welfare. So what actually matters is this: are you paying attention to what's happening? Are you positioning yourself for a world where AI does the work humans used to do? Are you learning the skills that matter now instead of the skills that mattered then? Oracle just showed you the blueprint of the future. Thousands of other companies are following that exact map. The question now is, will you lead that transition, or will you get caught off guard by it? The next wave is already forming.